Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Hazardous Artist series. Whatever episode we're on, because at this point, I only remember the episodes when I see them on file. So, anyway, welcome back, guys. I'm going to continue on with the burbs, the baby burbs, and I'm just going to kind of sort of just talk about some of the processes that I go through. What do I think about? What do I do? So when I'm drawing, I like to watch something like background noise a lot. So that's usually when all my binge watching happens. I'll do like I binge watched all of WandaVision when I was drawing for like a whole week, and then or I'll listen to music, and sometimes I don't listen to anything like the weirdo that I am, and I just sit here and go through my thoughts, and that's a little dangerous, but hey, like to each their own. It's whatever. Except right now I am talking to you guys while I am inking, and if you've seen some of my previous inking blurbs where I just like give random thoughts to how I do my inking and go, yeah, most of this is random, and a lot of it is, oops, I need to erase that, and that hasn't changed. I still do that to this day, and it's a little different with Clip, because on Krita I could just be like, have that tapering effect like right here, but better, and I don't get that on Clip, and if I do, I haven't found it yet. So if you know which ink pen I should use for my very much loved tapering effect that I love on my inking, comment below. I don't really know much of Clip. I've been on Clip actually for a couple of months now, I think. It's been a while. I don't know exactly, because I still feel like I'm a little bit of a noob on Clip, and I don't feel like I know everything. And I mean, like, I don't want to know everything, but I feel like even after the time I've spent on Clip, I still feel pretty new at it, and I'm very impatient. If anybody knows me, I am a very impatient person, and I just want things to be done now, which is why some of my longer art pieces frustrate me, and I have to actually take breaks on a lot of my longer pieces of work, because if I don't, I will throw a temper tantrum at about the 5th hour that I'm working on something. And yes, so a lot of my art pieces nowadays do not take me more than 5 hours, so that's good. They usually take about a couple hours. I don't usually, I say a lot, you guys. It's one of those days. I didn't have a bad day, but I'm pretty tired. So if you hear a lot, like that, just ignore it and pretend it's not there. Anyway, where was I? I lost my train of thought because now I'm super focused. Oh, there's a pretty bird outside. What kind of bird? I might have a problem, guys. I might have a serious problem. I really don't remember what I was talking about. Something about lines and something. You know what? We'll come back to it once I remember what I was talking about. So, yeah, I don't really feel like I'm an expert on Clip, and it kind of sucks because I don't want to feel like a noob on an art project or like any art that I work on, because I know that I'm not a noob in the artistic world. Like, I've worked on enough pieces to actually gain my own I'm gonna just keep saying all of this stream. I'm so sorry, guys. My brain is just it's a little fried. I had a lot of work that I was doing yesterday on the panel protagonist server on Discord. Join if you're not on. It's a really good server. Whitney did a really, really wonderful job on it. You should definitely join if you're 18 and over. That is the stipulation. You have to be 18 or older. And this is why I say today. It's because I can't even articulate words. So back to my problem with Clip. Oh jeez, this is just gonna, okay, whatever. The Clip is just I can't stop saying my brain is really fried today. So I'm still learning Clip Studio Paint, which is fine. It took me a couple years to actually become pretty good at Krita, finding brushes and everything for Krita. So I mean, it's not really like something that should surprise me, but being as far along with how my artwork is, maybe that's what I was talking about, my own style. I found my own style. Being as far along with my art as I am, I don't want my artwork to look like something that came straight out of 2017. I'm a better artist now than I was back then, for sure, and I want my art to actually reflect that. So when I switched to Clip, it felt like I was back on a new thing with Krita, and it was pretty frustrating. And I actually watched a lot of tutorial videos about how to work Clip and everything, and to find brushes. And in my previous videos, as I was talking about the transition between Clip and Krita, I mentioned that there's a couple brushes that Krita had that I haven't found in Clip, and it's been pretty frustrating because those are my favorite brushes in Krita, and they're not here on Clip. So like my blending brush that I always used in Krita does not exist on Clip, and if it does, it is somewhere I can't access, or I'm not searching for it correctly, if that makes any sense. So it's been a frustrating ride this entire time, but that doesn't mean that I won't get better. I will definitely get better with this, and I know I'm getting better. It's a long journey, and the tutorials definitely helped me to better understand Clip, but it's an ongoing process for sure. And I think one of the biggest changes that I'm struggling with between doing Clip versus Krita is that besides with the brushes and everything, I'm trying to find a good inking brush for my project, and Clip, I don't really get that. So it's been a wild ride for real when it comes to this. I'm being distracted by the background, and I noticed that after I got distracted by the background. Give me a second. My brain just focused on what was happening in the background because someone just came to my door. So the brushes are not the same, and I noticed that I was doing my sticker experiments, and the stickers were not coming out clear from my Clip Studio Paint. So for those of you who follow me on everything, and I just can't stop talking about my beautiful Thyla off of Arc, named Thyla Lila, that which everybody would know if they followed me, because I am absolutely smitten with her. She was created on Clip. She was one of the first deep projects I worked on Clip that wasn't part of the panel protagonist streams. So when I drew her and colored her, I was like, mwah, chef's kiss. Like, it was pretty good. But when I printed them out on the sticker set, it looked like something out of Microsoft Paint is the best I can come up with. It was pretty pixely, and not like blurry pixely, but like if you actually looked into the sticker itself, to me, and because, you know, an artist is their worst critic, they really are. To me, I could see the individual pixels on the line art, and that bothered me because, well, nobody wants to see that. No artist ever wants to look at that and go, the line art is trash. And that's what happened. And then I printed out Dylan the Dilo. So if you follow me, I've mentioned Dylan once, and I drew Dylan for Ken because when he played the game the very first time, before I even got into the game, he had a Dilophosaur named Dylan. That was his very first tame. So to him, Dylan the Dilophosaur will always go down in history as that tame. So I drew Dylan on Krita, and when I was like, I wonder if this is all my stickers or if it's just on this one sticker. And when I actually did the whole process and I printed it out and everything, Dylan looks immaculate on the stickers. And it's the same sticker set, it's the same material, it's the same everything, same brand that I've been working on. That same Birds Outside, the same brand throughout, because, you know, it would make no sense for me to not use the same material for my stickers. So, but yeah, Dylan came out really immaculate versus Thyla, which came out like looking like to me, looking like a Microsoft painting. And I was pretty upset by it. That's why there hasn't been any sticker updates, because I'm so mad about it. So there will be more sticker updates. I just have to get my butt into gear and actually make them. But I have to buy more ink for my printer, so it's gonna be at least another week or two before I can get back into the stickers again, which is fine. I mean, I could use that break to just reflect and think that maybe I'm being too hard on myself about the whole thing, and Lila looks just fine, or whatever helps me to not think about all the negatives. I'm just gonna finish up this eye real quick, guys, and then we'll end the recording there, the episode there. So I changed a couple of settings, and I'm really hoping it comes out cleaner in my line art if I do it. And the settings that I changed is the anti, I'm not going to say it right, I'm not even going to try. This right here in the corner. I changed it to a sharper, I guess, I don't even know what that is even used for. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. That's all I'm gonna say. We'll see how it goes. And then if it's not very good, I almost said a bad word. If it's not good, then it's not good. We'll deal with it when it becomes an issue. But for right now, I think the baby birds look fantastic. Look at those pretty little birds. Maybe a little feathery brows, like Juju, and Juju, and then, well, that one looks like it's angry. Oh, that one looks like it's angry. That's not very good. Let's try that. No? Okay, let's try that. I will eventually put little feathery brows on these guys. Okay, anyway, there we go. Feathery brows and then we have to add their little nose holes. But I'm gonna end the episode right there, guys. Thank you for joining me on this very long rant, because I didn't pay attention to the time. I didn't want to pay attention to the time. I just wanted to draw. But thank you so much for joining me on this very journey. That's all I'm gonna think about when I'm editing this video, is the amount of times I've said in this entire segment, and how many times I actually got distracted, because that happened at least a couple of times, if not more. Join me, not next week, but the following week, for a new Hazardous artist. We are gonna start coloring the birds, and I'm not really sure what kind of baby birds they're gonna be. They might, well, they can't be ducklings, because I forgot to draw them with rounded beaks instead of pointy beaks. So they might be chickens, they might be turkeys, and they might be emus. It just depends on what my mood is when we're coloring that day. So stay tuned and come back, not next week, but the following week, for a new Hazardous Artist episode. Same time as always. But until then, dare to create.